Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to something I was gonna do on my own for fun, but, I was like, you know what, this could also be a pretty interesting video idea. You know, this could be a fun, decent video for the second channel, because, again, possible dry out coming soon. So, yeah, possible drought. I got the idea from, the things I normally think about, but what enhanced it was, let me zoom in here. This video, Predicting Past Life's Winner by Lace Lumera. I was about to watch this, and I was like, you know what, hey, why don't I do my own? And I was just gonna do this on my own for fun, I wasn't even gonna do anything. Get out of here. I don't care about my grandmother's Gmail account. Snooze. Snooze! Get out. Close. Alright. So, back on topic. Yeah, I was just gonna do this on my own for fun, but I was like, you know what, this could be a video. This could be a video idea. And yeah, I want to do, like, these prediction type videos, because I think they're fun. Like that speculation stuff. What are we doing here? What was that? Okay, gonna ignore that. Ignore that. Alright. Basically, I thought this would be a fun video since I'm gonna lack videos soon. I've been wanting to do a video like this eventually, and now's a good time. I feel like right now is probably the best time for prediction. Like, we're pretty deep in, we're nearing the end of the series. Only, like, 2 or 3 sessions left of the series. Next episode is definitely not the finale. Look at the remaining lives. Yeah, I set up this tier list. This isn't my main tier list. I have this in a different, like an incognito tab, so it will reset, and it will not affect my current tier list. Because, I don't know, I'm just like that. So, yeah, this is the current standings as of episode 7, when I'm doing this prediction thing. Scott and Impulse are on 4 lives. Scar, Bigby, Gem, and Cleo are on 3. Skiz, B-Dubs, Joel, Etho, and Grian are on 2. Jimmy and Martin are on 1. And Tango, Ren, and Pearl are out of the series. Very unfortunate what happened to Pearl, but a W for Jimmy, so a W for me. Alright, Session 8. What do I feel like is going to happen? So, I'm just going to try to make general predictions. So, knowing last time... Yeah, I'm not great at explaining things or coming up with the most, like, complex prediction thoughts. It's going to be a pretty basic prediction. It's more of me just randomly guessing who I think is going to die based on vibes. So, we know these two, Grian and Gem, they want this man dead. And honestly, that entire team. Mainly Jimmy, because he, yeah, that's why she's here, in this tier. So yeah, they're gonna want revenge, right? But they're not really able to get that right now. They can only use, like, traps, like base defense traps right now. They were able to final kill Ren with a base defense trap, but I don't know exactly if the same thing would work on Jimmy at this point, since, you know, Ren's already, you know, and they also don't really have a lighthouse to do that with anymore. So, yeah, they kind of can't do anything about Jimmy until they're red. So, let's get an obvious death, I feel like, out the way. Skiz is going to go red. I'm just gonna throw that one out there, okay? That's just the death I've been thinking about. Because, like, Skiz, we know Skiz. There's no way he's staying yellow past this session, right? This is unrelated to what I was talking about. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Who knows what could happen. But I feel like Skiz is going to lose at least 1 life this session. I think he's proved enough where he can maybe survive the session. So I'm just going to put him in red. Alright. I feel like there's a pretty high likelihood the reds just target out. Yeah, we get a couple more reds before these two get targeted into oblivion. So, other people who lose lives, Scar is definitely gonna drop a life. I feel like the Villies are just gonna get targeted into oblivion as well, so throw Gem down in 2 lives as well. And also Green down to red. Yeah, have those two both lose a life, because they're probably gonna get mass targeted. Because, like, everyone on the server hates them. So just drop both of them alive and drop Scar alive because he's Scar. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. What Jimmy final is... Who's gonna final kill who? One of these two is going out here. If not both of them. There is no way both Jimmy and Grian survive this session. At least one of them has to die. I want Jimmy to be the one who prevails and kills Grian and gets all the karmic justice for the previous seasons, but we all know what's actually going to happen. Jimmy's next out. I feel like. Jimmy is going to be out in 13th place. I feel like this is a safe prediction. He might get a bit overconfident after how hard he popped off last session, make a stupid mistake that leads to Grian ending him. So, now what for this session? That's kind of all I really had for this session. One more person becomes red. I feel like there has to be one more red. And of the people here, I mean, one of these two, maybe both of these two, yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? This is just a funny little prediction, a what-if kind of video, so whatever. I'm just saying whatever I feel like might happen. Because, again, the Phillies are getting targeted, so there's a good chance that the Reds are targeting Gem because she's a part of the Phillies. And Scar is still Scar. So, with those two red, Impulse, buddy, you are not remaining dark green after this session. Heck, the only reason why you're still dark green is because the TNT Jimmy dropped hit a bamboo branch inside you. So, Lime Impulse. I feel like there's a chance Scott could stay on dark green at the end of this one. But, I don't know. So, I'm gonna put him down to Lime. Also, Cleo down to yellow because... I feel like that's just a thing that can happen at this point, you know, after seeing... I feel like it's a pretty decently likely thing. Alright, that's Session 8. Only one person out, Jimmy. But, Session 9... I'm predicting 10 sessions at this point. So, this is the second to last session. So, Session 9... This is where, things are gonna go back to being incredibly chaotic again. After only one elimination in Session 8. Now, Skiz, buddy, you've done a great thing. You outlived Pearl. But, he is still Skiz, 12th. Now, next up, I'm gonna drop... You know, Big B just seems to die at the most random times, I feel like. He just dies... It's impossible to predict when Big B's gonna die, I feel like. He's just the most random out of all the bunch. So I'm just gonna knock him down one real quick. Just assume he has a random death here, because that just happens with Big B. He just randomly dies. Whenever. Sometimes he drops really fast, sometimes, like, he just lives for a really long time. I don't know. But these two would be the last limes, just like how they're the last two dark greens. Alright, Joel becomes red. And 11th, this might be a little shocking, but Martin. I'm gonna say takes the 11th place spot. Because let's think about this. Like, look at his performance in Wildlife. He was the third person out in that season. So, yeah, I feel like he's doing a good job this season, but he's already red, which is the issue, and why I'm saying he's out here. And next out, not next out yet, I don't feel like, B-Dubs dies. To something, I don't know, he just dies. Because I don't know when else he would. And I feel like we have to have more than just 2 eliminations this session, so, 10th, Scar. Look, I know Scar has gotten better at the game. He's won a season. But I'm not getting the goes really far vibes from him this time. I'm getting the goes pretty medium vibes. So, there he goes. Session 9. And I'm going to say, before the end of the session, Impulse goes yellow. And this is where we are going into Session 10. Scott is the only remaining lime. Etho, Cleo, Big B, and Impulse yellow. Green, Gem, Joel, and B-Dubs red. And now Jimmy, Skiz, Martin, and Scar are out. So, the finale. Scott is going to get targeted. But I'm gonna... Big B, again, I can never guess when he's gonna die, so I feel like he's just gonna have a unlucky accident or something. Then Scott goes yellow. Then Gem goes out in 9th. Just like last season. Why Gem before Green? I don't know, my brain just feels right. Now, someone else now, I feel like all the remaining yellows are going to go red in the order of Cleo, Impulse, Etho, Scott. Before anyone else goes out. So now everyone's red. First out of these guys, Green, I'm sorry, but you're getting targeted. To hell and back, and I just realized I didn't make the screen wide enough, so you're not going to get to see. So the 7th placer isn't going to be on screen. You can just guesstimate where they are, okay? You can just assume. So, yeah, you can just assume. Now, who's out 7th? I'm gonna say Joel is the 7th placer who's gonna be off screen. Cause here's the thing, right? Joel is really good at the game. He just won last season, though, and I don't know if he'd really want to, like, really try hard to win 2 in a row. I also really don't want anyone to ever win 2 in a row. So, bye Joel. Yeah, bias, but, you know, this is my video, so, yeah. This video's not good. Yeah, can you tell I'm doing this very on the fly? I very much am, because I just wanted to do this, and I was like, why not make it a video, and all that. So, 6th place. Cleo. This one might be surprising. But I'm gonna give it to Cleo. I just feel like out of the remaining ones, I just don't know, really, where she'd fall. So I'm just gonna put her here. It just feels the most right. Now, out of who remains, the next 2 are these 2. The next 2 out are these 2. Spoiler alert. But I don't know in which order to put them. I don't know who goes 5th and who goes 4th. I'm gonna say Big B gets 4th and B-Dubs gets 5th. Boom. Scott gets third. Some Scott moment happens. Etho in second, and I'm gonna say Impulse wins. Now, this may be a really random choice to win, but honestly, I just feel like out of all of the non-winners, Impulse or Etho has the best chance, and out of them, I just feel like Impulse just makes more sense at this point to win than Etho does. So I'll give Etho the second place, Scott the third. The reason why Scott doesn't win is because I don't want this season to have a repeat winner, please. I know it's something that's been discussed recently because some of the winners want to win again, namely Grian, but I don't want to see it happen. I'm hoping this is a mix. This prediction is really just a mix of what I want to happen and also a bit of what I think is going to happen. If it was fully what I want to happen, then Jimmy will have won, but I have common sense enough to know that he's not going to do it. It would be really cool. It would be really nice to see as a Jimmy fan. But I feel like he's going to get overconfident after killing Pearl. And he's just going to make some mistake next session. It's going to cost him everything. So yeah, this is my final order in the end. This is what it came to. 16th, Tango. 15th, Ren. 14th, Pearl. 13th, Jimmy. 12th, Skiz. 11th, Martin. 10th, Scar. 9th, Gem. 8th, Grian. 7th, Joel. 6th, Cleo. 5th, B-Dubs. 4th, Big B. 3rd, Scott. 2nd, Etho. 1st, Impulse. That's it. Yeah. I just assume Impulse is gonna win. I just feel like it. If he doesn't, I'll be slightly shocked, but not all that much. I hope and pray Jimmy goes a lot farther than this. Please make top 10, dude. I'm hoping, I'm begging, I literally prayed to God earlier that you make it far. And that you kill Grian. So, please do those things. Jimmy, please do those things. And yeah, that's it for this video. This is something. This was truly something.